This playthrough is rated T for teen. May 27th, 4:32 p.m.
Huh? Oh yeah. I got in this robot and...
Oh, good. Looks like you're okay.
Kurabe-kun?
Fuyusaka-san. Everything you said came true.
We got kaiju everywhere, right?
I think I prefer my kaiju to stay on the silver screen. Looks like there's more on the way. Can you get your sentinel up?
I'll try, but... I think it might be broken in some places.
You're in a second-generation sentinel. It weighs around 2,200 tons. With that kind of weight, it can end up crushing its own components if it collapses.
This big robot looks so tough. Is it really that useless if it falls over?
Don't let your guard down. We have another wave of D-forces inbound.
You keep talking about them like that. What are these D-forces?
Daimos. They're the kaiju.
That's them. They're trying to reach the mainframe in the depths below. That's why they attack every terminal that has a connection to it.
If they manage to reach the mainframe, this city will be wiped out.
But we can't stay on the defensive forever. With so few of us, we could never sustain it. Instead, we have to rely on the terminal's internal defenses, a specialized program. That puts up an impenetrable shield around the area. The D-forces would be completely locked out.
That's gotta be the Aegis system Miss Morimura was talking about. But is it even safe to use?
We're only using it to buy time.
How do we activate it?
Whichever one of you is closest, move to the D-force's invasion point.
Invasion point? You mean where the kaiju are all trying to get to?
Yes, the terminal sits directly below that point.
It's supposed to be pronounced Aegis, apparently. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode 13 Sentinels Aegis. Aegis? I'm going to say Aegis, just because that sounds better. Aegis Rim. In the last episode, we played through Iori's little prologue, just to see, talking about trying to find a key, catching two boys, possibly confessing each other, but finding out that was just a weird misunderstanding. Because, you know, the hijinks and all that misunderstandings are funny. I mean, sometimes it is, depending on what it is. So, anyway, looks like we're back into the what we had to do at the beginning of the game. So let's see where this goes. So, make your way towards the terminal, which is the invader's target. Choose a sentinel, select move. Use the left analog stick to move. Press X to start moving. And then we just highlight the two of them. So, all right.
What can I do?
Move. So we just have to move to the... Let's just move all the way out of here. No! No, we're too far. Okay, we can't do anything. Can we actually go like that? He's like, why are you taking so long to get there? I don't know.
You made it. That's where you send the signal to the terminal 300 meters underground. Either of your access IDs should be capable of activating it.
And that'll fix it? That's enough to get rid of all the kaiju?
No, it won't be that simple.
The defense systems have a long startup. We'll need to buy enough time for Aegis to initialize. Until it activates, our mission is to keep the D-forces away from the terminal.
We'll try.
Warning. Daimos signatures identified. Enemy in range. Preparing to intercept. Initiating tactical analysis.
Tutorial, lost condition. You must protect the terminal until the self-defense system Aegis is activated. Damage to the terminal is shown in the top left of the screen. I guess that 10,000 HP or whatever. If this defense gauge is depleted, or if even one of your pilots dies, it's game. One of your pilot dies, so you can't have like someone die and at least one character survive. All right. You can switch between the pilots with the directional pad. Change your pilots depending on the situation.
What now?
All right, so we have to fight the D-forces. So. Alright, so what do we got? We got EP. I wonder if EP recharges after a while or if it's only per battle. Let's see, what do we... Yeah, you could just use missiles. Use missiles for days? So why not, right? I mean, it's not like we care about... It's not like we care about collateral damage.
How do I...
'Cause she also has multiple rockets too, doesn't she?
It worked! I
Yep,
beat the
one's just...
Kaiju.
Oh, it's one of the more durable Kaiju. Do we have to wait our turn? I assume we're waiting our turn. So there's kind of a... There's a kind of a turn-based mechanic to this, for the most part. We're going to defend. Oh, so that's how you charge EP. So you only have so much and you have to defend to charge it. I like when games give the defense mechanic something extra, not just defensive damage or something else, because sometimes it feels like defending is a waste of a turn unless it's like specific situations, which very few RPGs really utilize that. So, and you can tell this is probably going to be a pretty straightforward RPG because it's, I think it's based more off the visual novel story mechanic more than the actual combat of the game. So, I guess in this case, they're really. Although I'm stronger than, so it's probably better for me to punch this guy than. Although how much damage does that? It doesn't really. Oh, power. Yeah, see, punching him would do more damage. So let's punch him.
I'm on it. Got
Oh,
it.
there you go.
Got him.
Stay calm.
Okay, and then I guess there's a.
Stay calm.
Well, I don't know why I'm overthinking this. There's probably not much to this, really.
I'll get him. Yes. Are we
I said
getting
I think
their
the
numbers down?
gameplay is supposed to be just simple enough for us to have kind of something outside of the plot.
Aegis activation confirmed. This area is now protected. Are your Sentinels still operational?
Mine's doing okay.
I can still fight. Who's there? Are you fighting?
You're in a Sentinel. You're going to tell me who you are, now. I believe that's Sentinel number 12, Okino's machine.
I'm Takatoshi Hijiyama, and this is my Sentinel. Takatoshi Hijiyama. You were with Okino-kun before. I've come to save the human race. Leave this region to me.
He cut off his comms. I found his Sentinel's location, but it's a ways from your position.
He's not gonna try taking them all on by himself, is he?
I'll move to rendezvous. You two should keep going towards the next combat zone.
Oh, wait! Which way is the next zone?
It's this way. Follow me.
We made it.
I assume Juro's the only one who really knows what to do, kind of maybe because they said they mistook him for someone else, but also because he's watched this movie before. He's watched this anime at one point. Oh, looks like we got a new prologue. The lone wolf. I could do it by myself. Ugh. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the lone wolf mechanic. Sometimes it's overplayed and sometimes it's entertaining depending. So, and we can't choose anyone else anyway. So, all right, let's try this prologue.
Sure.
Sundown, Kasumi Takasaka Shrine, 1944. Whoa, during World War II. Well, actually, World War II is about
Looks
to
like they're
end.
starting to panic down there. The sooner I'm out of here, the better. That's weird. Someone changed the shifter's access key, huh? Not that it matters.
Kiriko-san!
Huh? So, you came after me, Hijiyama-kun.
This has to be some misunderstanding. You can't be a spy, can you?
Sounds like the professor, all right.
Oh, we're playing this guy. Okay, it's like nothing happened. I was like, okay. I wonder if this is before or after the bombs drop, or if this is one of those worlds where history is slightly different because of the whole idea of Sentinels and aliens and all this other stuff is occurring. So it'll be interesting to find out. So, but anyway, let's talk to the spy.
Why did you run off? The military's looking for you. They think you stole some kind of intel. But you're the professor's daughter. You can't be a spy. It doesn't make sense.
Sorry to break it to you. I'm not his daughter. The real Kiriko Doji's still over in Tokyo.
What?
But the whole spy thing's kind of a stretch. I don't need to steal any secrets on the Sentinels. I'm the one who built them after all.
Dun dun dun. I don't know if that's a big twist because we don't know enough about the story to do that. So
Professor Doji led the Sentinel project for our efforts in the war. His daughter, Kiriko-san, came along with him, but what does it mean if this isn't her? Professor Doji led the Sentinel project for our efforts in the war. His daughter, Kiriko, what does it mean?
oh, okay.
If this...
I assume that's what we're supposed to use on her if it's still green. So
Is she serious? She says she built the Sentinel herself, but
does that mean she's an alien,
is she serious? She says she built...
or she's from the future or something like that, or I don't know.
If you're not the real Kiriko, then who are you?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Or maybe... this really isn't about who I am. Maybe it's just about what you feel towards me.
Is this really a good time to talk about feelings and stuff like that when, you know, possibly a spy or not spy or whatever?
I'm not sure I believe this. You built them?
Yeah, that was me. I drew up the designs in an editor. Then I just had to send the order into an automated factory.
But that's... No, you're probably just confused. That's all.
I even implanted the linking component into your head. Though you wouldn't remember, of course. Anesthesia and all.
When you came to the factory, you said you were there on behalf of the professor.
It was as good a cover story as any.
I do like the fact that they have the characters wearing outfits that might, because I think I've seen those outfits before, or types of outfit before in like historical documents, like what people would wear and stuff like that. So yeah, at least they changed the clothes based off the time period they're in, or at least somewhat close anyway. I don't know if it's exact, but
You're kind of a simple guy. There's something about you, though.
What are you even saying?
I'm saying I'm gonna miss you. But my key just finished decrypting. So, that's it. This is goodbye.
Kiriko-san? She vanished? That's impossible.
well, I mean, looks like she disappeared. Oh, well, I guess we're supposed to examine that. Is that the only thing we're supposed to examine? Okay, just making sure. I'm trying to look for stuff that there probably isn't even there, so I'd assume this game maybe at some point might throw in like extra stuff you can examine for background stuff, but not necessary for the plot, but I could be wrong.
It was barely a moment. She can't have had time to run into the mountains. Where did Kiriko-san go?
I wonder if the idea is he didn't actually see all those like TVs or monitors and everything like that, that only she could see them because of whatever she is, so.
Someone's coming. He's the one who snuck into the factory. There's something fishy about him. But if he's working with her, then he might know where she's gone. I'll hide behind a tree and see what he's up to.
Are you gonna hide behind the tree like you do the human from Undertale? I don't know if it's gonna work that well, but you are wearing bright white at night, so you know.
Tokisaka Shrine, huh? If this log is right, Okino just crossed over. Might still catch up if I'm fast. Coordinates read Sector 4 in the year 1984.
So it makes me wonder if this game does it have time travel, or is this a simulation? It's kind of interesting. Well, we'll have to see where this goes.
Give it up. There's nowhere to run.
Because didn't Iori run into this guy too? So anyway.
Hijiyama.
So you're the spy. But there's no escaping me now. What are you doing here?
If I told you, you'd laugh in my face.
Answer me, or I'll do more than laugh at you.
I'm going to time travel to another era.
Well,
Is that a joke? Or are you just insane?
okay, well, it's time travel then. Alright, just curious.
Professor Doji led the Sentinel project for our efforts and his daughter. What does it mean? He's just playing games with me. Time travel? Really? This is reality, not some penny dreadful.
For Penny Dreadfuls are were really short horror stories back in the day, like if you've ever heard the term dime store novels before, or Penny Dreadfuls, or there's a couple other terms they use for like cheap stories, but I can't recall all of them off the top of my head. So anyway, let's ask this man about all this stuff.
You know Kiriko Doji?
Yeah?
I knew it.
Though that wasn't actually her, of course.
Is that really true? She said something along those lines too.
She, huh? Must have been pretty convincing then. His real name is Tsukasa Okino. He wears that stuff for his own reasons.
What? Don't joke about that! You're just trying to confuse me.
So I wonder if the idea between this story is that, because I don't know anything about this story, I don't try to spoil it. I wonder if these people are from okay, so they have time travel. I wonder if these people are from either. There's probably might be multiple groups because he's chasing after the person pretending to be Kiriko. I wonder if they're from a far off future where the aliens or the Kaiju won, and they travel back in time, kind of like a Terminator thing. But we'll have to wait and see. Oh, you got another consider.
He's just playing games.
Oh wait,
with
no,
me.
it's not this one.
This
It's
is
the Tsukasa.
This can't be true. Can it? Was the Kiriko Doji I knew really a man? This Tsukasa Okino?
Maybe wearing like a skin or something like that, or using some type of future technology to cover up what he looked like.
There's no point explaining myself to you.
Well, too bad. You're gonna explain it to me, jerk.
You're going to time travel, huh? Try a better story next time.
This Kiriko Doji of yours? He did it himself just moments ago. Escaped from here into the future.
To 1984. To 1985! Or 1955, I don't know.
I'm not falling for your lies.
I don't have time for this. Step back. I'm going after him.
Well, so you do know where she went. Where? Show me.
You don't want to get caught in this shift. Keep your distance.
Right, your time travel. I'd like to see you try it.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Sunset, Kaede Riverbed, 1985.
Starting to think he ain't gonna show.
He knows you'd beat his ass watching Masan. Probably shitting his pants right now.
Turned tail and ran, huh? Guess he didn't have the balls after all. Whoa, hold it.
What?
Yeah, the guy kind of reminds me, I know it's a higher style, but he kind of reminds me of Kuwabara.
I said hold it.
No, I was wondering if the game was actually going to let me. I wonder if you can consider anything. Oh, we even still... So he time traveled in the future and decided to pretend to be a school student, so... Okay.
Noodles stir-fried in sauce, enfolded in sweetened bread. I don't trust much in this post-war world. But if there's one exception, it's my yakisoba-pan.
Although I wonder how long he's been in this world at this point, you know, or if he remembers everything. I mean, he said post-war world, so... We'll just walk back the way we came. Okay, fine, we had to talk to him. Fine.
Don't give me that shit. Nearly knocked my friggin' arm out of its socket.
You want to apologize?
Oh, did I hit you? Sorry about that.
You're sorry? Sorry, don't pay my goddamn hospital bills.
So, I don't have money, if that's what you're after.
Yeah, I'm a poor high school student, so, you know, you're not gonna get a dime from me.
Wait, Wajima-san, I heard about him. People been talking about this guy. He's the one who's been snatching all the jackets.
The hell? Wait, yeah. This guy's wearing one of our uniforms.
Oh, so you know the guy who owned this. I don't have any relatives around. I'm basically homeless at the moment. So the clothes and the cash were a really big help. He was a generous guy. Tell him I said thanks. Take care.
Huh, so he went to the future without you know, because of that one guy pulling him there, and now he's had to like figure out how to survive, so that's interesting.
Hey, don't you walk away. Come on!
My yakisoba pan. I didn't even get a single bite. You just made a big mistake, punk.
You got a problem with me, buddy?
You're the one who's about to have a problem.
You heard him, boys. Sick 'em.
Stop! We're sorry! Look, we'll get you another snack, man.
I've got no mercy for people who waste food. Especially yakisoba pan.
What the hell happened? I thought you called me up for a fight, Wajima. Someone want to tell me what I missed here?
And who are you? A friend of theirs?
I'm Nenji Ogata from Sakura High. I didn't ask you to fight my battles, pal.
Well, I mean, they dropped my food, so this is almost more of a joke. It's like, but you know, the yakisoba pan could still be good. It's a little muddy, but it's still good. It's still good.
Hold it.
Why does everyone want to fight me today?
Wait, it's you. You're that jacket snatcher. Hijiyama or something.
Takatoshi Hijiyama. At your service. I told them I didn't need the help, but they wouldn't take no for an answer.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So, can I go now? No, of course not.
Drop the tough guy act already.
I could say the same thing. Don't go picking fights you can't win.
I've heard enough, douchebag. And you owe me a fight.
Wait, I didn't think douchebag was a 1980s term. I could be wrong, though. I thought that was more modern. That might be a translator issue there, but who knows.
Come at me.
Well, you're gonna regret it.
Come at me, bro. Oh, we got a new person. We gotta ignore this guy now.
Come at me. Bring it.
No, we found a new random character to talk to.
What the? Well, look at this. I guess you fit right in here in the 80s. Here I figured I'd have to check up on you.
I bet that's Okino.
What? I know that voice. And that face. Wait!
Oh no. I came for a fight, and I'm getting one.
Out of my way, damn it!
Before dawn, Higuruma Cho abandoned Factory Alley.
Looks like it's almost dawn. This is about where I last saw him. He has to be close by. That bastard kicked like a horse. Pretty tough for a thug. He almost had me for a moment there.
Now we have to find the person who disappeared on us. Whether we care about him and more than the way that you think, you know, we got to figure out if anything, the mystery. So we'll see where that goes, though. Yeah. Okay, nothing's popped up. Maybe I missed it somewhere. Maybe I have to go up the stairs. Maybe. Yep, here we go.
Looks like it's locked.
Well, it keeps like using the lady disguise.
Guess you found me.
Kiriko Doji, or Okino, as we've been calling it.
Kiriko-san.
Were you looking for me all night? Still as reckless as ever, huh?
Don't try to talk around it. I know who you are under those clothes.
I figured you'd be here soon, so got some breakfast for you too.
Half a year I've been searching for you. Half a year thinking of what I'd say to your face.
I got you some yakisoba pan. You didn't get any yesterday, right?
You got yakisoba pan for me? Hey, look, that's not the point.
This is definitely an interesting, half a year, huh? Man, how would a person who was like dropped from the 40s to the 80s all of a sudden live for half a year? I guess that's why he's homeless, huh?
Take me back to my own time. We're going, whether you like it or not.
And if I say no, what'll you do? Push me over? Pin me down?
I would never. Besides, you're a man, aren't you?
Why don't you find out?
And you're definitely questioning this guy's sexuality here, aren't you? Then again, traps are a thing, so.
This can't be true. Can it? Was the Kiriko Doji I knew really a man? This Tsukasa Okino? Professor Doji led the Sentinel
I wonder if
project
it's the same.
for his daughter, Kiri. What does it
Okay,
mean?
it's the same, so. Either this Kiriko Okino is like really messing with them, or maybe they had a connection and he feels it as well, so.
Go ahead. I'll hear you out. Well?
You can definitely tell that they're putting on the well, anyway.
Why disguise yourself as Kiriko-san? Even convincing everyone you were a girl.
Professor Doji thought it'd be a good idea. See, he's... well, all Shikishima's tech really began with him. Shikishima made incredible strides after the war. And a lot of that was thanks to his work. Though it didn't hurt that I taught him about his future's technology.
But why? Why would you make that deal with him?
For the Sentinel.
The Sentinel, eh?
Is she serious? She says she built the Sentinel herself, but...
I feel like it's not just her, but something like she got from somewhere else or plans, because that just seems a bit... But I could be wrong. It's an anime, right? It's an anime story, you know. It's the same places with giant robots, so what do I know, right?
So you're actually Tsukasa Okino. Why do you wear women's clothes?
Doesn't feel great to hear you say it like that. You weren't complaining when you confessed to me. I'm not exactly the picture of masculinity anyway. Better than trying to pass as some militant with a buzz cut.
So why are you dressed like that now?
Because I know you like it. You're a funny guy, Hijiyama-kun. Let's say some binaries work for me and others don't. This lets me hide the fact that I'm even alive.
So do we have ourselves a cross-dressing situation or a trans situation? Or is it a case of, I do whatever I want? Interesting. I already played a game that had a scene like that with Mama and maybe some other characters, so...
So what did you plan to do with the Sentinel?
It was an accident that it showed up at all. It was never meant to be there. I mean, come on. You've seen it. You think they could make that back in the 1940s? Even here in the 80s, it's out of our league. That's not human craftsmanship. It was made in the future, in an automated factory. Let me put it in layman's terms. There was an incident and it got broken. Our goal was to fix it there so it could fight again.
But wasn't it meant to be used against the USA? Then who or what was it made to fight?
Yeah, this guy was from Japan during the 1940s, so obviously he would consider it being used against us because we were fighting Japan at the time, Axis and Allies and all that other stuff, before he dropped the bomb on them. Ugh. The only time nukes have ever been used on another nation had to be Japan, the smallest, one of the smallest countries in the world.
I have to get back, no matter what. If we can finish the Sentinel project, we can win the war.
You're a good guy, but kind of an open book. You know that?
Say whatever you want. I don't care who you really are anymore. Just get me home. I know about the air raids. And Okinawa, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. I can't just let those attacks happen. I can't let those people die.
So you did some reading in the history section. Between all the manual labor you've been doing, and your living conditions, or, well, lack thereof, you're a lot more determined than I expected.
You've been keeping tabs on me?
So he did, so it was before the bombs dropped when this whole situation occurred. So that's interesting. So they say, like, well, obviously in this case they're talking about the Sentinels and all this other stuff, but from what I've understood from, like, reading historical texts and military power at the time, that even if we didn't drop, my country didn't even drop the bombs on Japan, they say we would have eventually won the war anyway. We just did it to speed it up and prevent the loss of more of our forces. Although at what cost, you know, we saved a lot of our forces, but we killed so many people, and then we caused radiation damage that took years and years to finally fix itself, and then we caused all these people to have cancerous reactions to all the radiation. It's a bit of a mess, and I don't really have an idea theme on who was right or wrong in that situation, because it's been so long. It's way before my time, so I'll just say that the decisions were made, and that's all you can do about that. So anyway, on with the story again.
I do have one suggestion. There's something I still need to do, and that something is here in 1985. I just need you to wait until that's finished. Actually, I'd really appreciate your help with it. It does involve you, after all. When it's finally all over, then you can ask me to do whatever you want. How's that sound?
Anything I want? No, what I want is to go back to my own time.
If you're sure.
Which is weird that he's getting mad at her for wanting to go back to his, her to go back to his own time. But yeah, it wasn't her that did it. It was the other dude who was chasing after Okino. So, all right, whatever. Anyway, he wants. I mean, I understand why he wants to go back to his own time, fish out of water and all that.
Still, think it over. My base is over there on the second floor.
Where are you going?
I'm wearing the uniform. Where do you think? Oh, right. Your yakisoba pan's on the desk inside. Wow, was that your stomach? You haven't eaten anything since yesterday, huh? Go ahead. The door's unlocked.
So it goes to, obviously, the school, or one of the schools in the area. Oh, we can't even consider the uniform, so. Oh, do we have anything more to say?
You can't trick me with food. I'm not an animal.
Stop being stubborn and go get some breakfast.
Okay, I noticed if it's red, it means there's no extra dialogue you can have with that character, so. I guess we are animals, huh? Oh, that didn't take long. No, we can't, oh, here we go.
Noodles stir-fried in sauce, enfolded in sweetened bread. I don't trust much in this post-war world.
Oh, no, you already said that. Yeah, it wasn't green. I don't know why. I gotta remember that, but I'll leave it to Japan to have an obsession with food.
Where'd he go now? Maybe he really was just manipulating me. Well, it is yakisoba pan. Not much I could do.
Alright, time to eat, I guess. Oh, there you go, eat. Anyway.
If he's in that uniform, he's probably going to school. But what's he trying to accomplish there?
Who knows? Let's eat the food.
Well, as long as I've got it. so good. The sauce is so sweet, yet so spicy. That hit the spot.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, and you can tell, like, that they love... Actually, this is the same company that made Odin Sphere, and that one had a ridiculous detail when it came to the food, too. And then Dragon's Crown also has a ridiculous detail to food, which... I mean, obviously, all countries are obsessed with food at a point, but I swear Japan just, like, really obsessed with food. Like, they almost have food porn when you think about it, you know. It's close to it. Anyway, I guess we're gonna leave and...
For now, I should find Okino again. It won't do me any good if he slips away. I might as well check my old school.
Well, that was an interesting prologue, mainly because of all the information we got. So he's the fish out of time, so that's why he acts as he does. And the strange relationship he has to Okino, whether it be just from a fascination or truly something else that he's questioning himself about. I guess we'll find that over the course of the story. But for now, it's who do we get to play as next? Where will this story take us in the next round of characters? Find out next time in the next episode of 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.